Holly, you pretty much did everything there is to do in women's boxing. You know, won a bunch of titles, fought at the highest level. But I don't think there's probably anything quite like this right now and what's going on this week. What do you owe that to? And does that kind of disappoint you that you didn't get the attention that you maybe deserved when you were a women's boxer?
I don't mind at all. Co-main event, main event, first fight of the night, I don't care. I'm here to fight. I'm here to fight Miesha Tate, and that's who I've been training for, and that's where my focus is. Connor's an exciting fighter. I don't see why he wouldn't be main event. It's no big deal to me. I'm honored to be on the same card with all the fighters that are here, and really no other thought about it.
Holly, how does this feel differently this time around? Obviously last time coming in as the challenger, the undefeated champion. This time, obviously the belt's around your waist. Does it feel any different?
You know, my goal is to get that belt put on my waist again. I don't ever feel like it's mine. There's still a lot of work to retain it. So I don't really think like, oh, it's mine, I just kind of need to keep it. I want to put just as much work into it now as I did for the last fight, and I want to put even more work in for the coming fight after. It doesn't matter. I just, the fight, March 5th, that's it. I want to win whether it's for the belt or not, and that's just what I want to focus on is victory.
How do you make Miesha saying that she thinks she can stand and trade hands with you? Do you buy into that, or do you think that's a little bit of gamesmanship?
I don't even pay attention really to anything that anybody says. I think that every fighter that I've faced has said that with me. My goal is to have more to offer than just hands. Everybody says they want to exchange hands. I mean, I feel like I've been able to show a more well-rounded game than just my hands, and so my goal is to keep improving that, though. And that's my goal. Whatever they say is their plan. It doesn't matter. I know that they're always going to go in with their A game, and they always know what their qualities are, and they're going to want to. You can always bounce back to that. You can start hands, whatever. Every fight starts there, but who knows where it's going to go.
If the fight kind of gets muddied up a little bit,
Gotcha, Miss.
If the fight kind of gets muddied up a little bit, Holly, is that your advantage, your advantage?
If it gets a little, she's a really, really gritty fighter. She knows how to grind it out. So I definitely think that's what makes her the toughest opponent I've faced. She's very mentally strong, and she's very, very scrappy in all the exchanges, whether it be on your feet or on the ground.
You were talking about putting in a lot of work and liking to stay active and putting in work. Have you found it to be a hindrance with all this extra media now that you do have the gold and you are coming off the knockout to Rousey? Have you found it harder to get in the training that you would like heading into this fight?
This between my last fight and now, I just had to say no to more fun things. My days off were for media, and I was back in the gym training. So, there's things like the Super Bowl that how awesome would it have been to go to that, but I already had 4 days in media before, so I spent the whole weekend training instead. I feel like it's just the priorities need to be in line, whether there's a lot of attention with media or not, and so I've just been, my days off have basically been work, but that's okay with me because I know hard work pays off, and that's what I need to do on March 5th.
I know you like to fight pretty much as often as possible. Ronda Rousey says she doesn't want to come back until November. If you beat Miesha, do you want to wait until November, or do you want to fight even sooner than that?
At this point, I'm not looking past March 5th. That's as far as my mind will let me go. That's as far as my heart and my passion will let me go. You're never promised another fight. I want to make sure and make the most of this fight and not look past anything.
That said, does the Ronda Rousey rematch mean anything to you? I mean, I think a lot of fans want to see it. Is it something that's important to you at all?
When I first signed with the UFC, everybody was talking about the title fight with Ronda, and I started to focus on the fights at hand before I could even get there. And right now, I have Miesha in front of me, so I'm focusing on that. I'm glad that fans want to see things because that's why they're in the stands. So I just hope that I give them the fights that they want to see, and right now I'm just going to, Miesha's the next.
Holly, how crazy was 2015, just thinking about making your debut and being you are basically a year later?
It's been just days over exactly 1 year since my debut, and what a year 2015 was. It did go quickly. My team, my management, my coaches, they said, we feel like they're going to throw you around early. So it was not something that we were surprised by. It was something that we wanted to make sure we were ready for. So, when I didn't really know what my next fight was going to be after my July fight last year, I remember hitting mitts and saying, talking to Coach Winklejohn, and he's like, right now we don't have an exact game plan. I'm just going to go, let's just start working on some stuff for Ronda in case. And within a week, we got the call saying Ronda was the next fight. It was just kind of one of those things I think we all thought could happen, and we just wanted to be ready. paid off, but I don't want to stop there. I want to keep going in 2016.
Only Styles make fights. What kind of fight will this be? Do you anticipate? If Styles do make fights.
A different fight. I think it's just every fight's going to be different. And Styles do make different fights, and it's going to be different than anything you've seen.
And how cool is it to be able to get a little girl up there and make her day and to be around the fans and stuff like this?
Awesome. I love when the fans get into it, and props to her for being a good sport and coming up and just having a good time.
You master those dance moves?
No, always room for improvement.